the breaking news the other day is that literally Breaking Dawn is, now we know officially, is going to be 2 films. We assume that, but that is the case. Are you happy that it is going to be broken up into 2? Does that seem right to you?
I mean, I haven't read the book yet. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I'm glad it's they're shooting them together at least, because yeah, I think it would just be easier doing it all in one. But yeah, I don't know.
Are you looking forward to, I don't know if tease is the right word, but you know, Kristen's going to be pregnant. You've already announced her pregnancy, so that's done. But
that would be. I think it's going to be very funny. I mean, I just know the only thing I know about is the famous scene, like the kind of cesarean scene, which I mean, I do not envy Bill Condon to have to think of the way to do that. I mean, I always remember there's a film, one of my favorite horror films is a thing called It's Alive. Mm-hmm. I keep thinking it's going to be like that. Police shooting it outside the hospital.
Perfect for 3D.
It'd be amazing.
Crazy Twilight merchandise. Is there one thing where you've seen your head on it when you've been like, how the hell did they get my head on that piece of merchandise?
I like the glitter lube stuff. I thought that was really funny. I was just like, I did not sign that. Where is the paper? I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's glitter. I think it's lube.
Don't pretend like you don't have a case of it at home.
Just I've got like a dispenser.
Welcome to the Pattinson house. Have some glitter lube with Rob's face.
I just have it on my hands. Hey, nice to meet you. And you're like, wow, he really did. It works.
Rob, I was just talking to Kristen about movie awards, and you were telling me backstage that you had some other ideas. She said they involved hula hoops, lighters, I don't even know what. What were you thinking, honestly?
I don't know, I mean, I just thought, you know, I don't really like bigging myself up, and I think, like, the idea of kind of doing this big romantic kiss, like, do you know the kiss, like, what's his name, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams did? And I'm just like, I couldn't do that, I'd be so embarrassed. And so I was thinking, okay, we've got to do something dumb. And then Kristen didn't want to do something dumb.
2 years running, now you have to, you know, the pressure's on.
Next time I'm just... I don't even know. I mean, there's only so many variations on going like... Oh. I mean, that's about it.
Film last night, it's a film obviously thematically that's about kind of like the choices we make and the consequences of those actions, and saying to her, and you know, especially also in your respect, this is a time where your choices are very important professionally and personally, and I'm wondering if you feel that in your professional life right now, that you know the choices you're making in your career have consequences for where your career's headed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've always kind of thought about it, but I mean, I think in terms of professionally, as soon as you start thinking about the choices you're making in terms of the future and in terms of your career and stuff, you start doing it out of fear and out of, because you know, because if you're doing it for your career, you're just choosing jobs because you want to have a job after that and stuff. I mean, so you're not actually choosing jobs because you want to just do the job. And acting is one of the only jobs where you can kind of, the whole point is to try and at least attempt to do something which you care about more than anything else, and then that's the only way it will be really good, really. So yeah, I try and avoid thinking too much about the consequences of stuff.
Look, when you read the script, what resonated with you about your character in this one? What's the journey that you feel like that Edward's on in this one?
I mean, I think he's been able to be so aloof in the first 2, and quite content with that. And then I think in Eclipse, well, I think at the end of New Moon, he's sort of, you know, he's left her, thinking that, you know, he's better off without her. But then coming full circle around by the end of the movie, thinking, okay, I've decided to be with her. And in Eclipse, the whole thing is about him having to accept the consequences of that, which mean catching up to the same pace as every other 17-year-old in the contemporary world, emotionally and intellectually and everything, and realizing that he's quite a long way behind. And that's why kind of Jacob seems like he's a much, you know, they have a much more, their relationship is so much easier, Bella and Jacob, because he's you know, he's just a normal kid, but Edward's just been, he's got to kind of remember or learn how to be a normal 17-year-old because he's never bothered.
Having seen the film now, do you have, as a fan and a participant, have a favorite moment in the film, favorite scene?
It's weird because I saw an earlier cut, and I liked what happened in the tent scene when I saw it, but we reshot it, so I'm not sure what the new one's like. Yeah, so maybe on the DVD.
Then your actual favorite scene will emerge.
They'll have the old tent scene.
Do you know what the difference was? What the?
It's just the staging was different. I think, yeah, I think they tried to make it more like erotic.
In the production of the film on set, were you listening to music? Do you listen to music to help you kind of get in the mood?
Yeah, I haven't been for a while. I don't know why. I've sort of just not been listening to it. I don't know. It's so odd when that happens, and you're just like, oh, I've forgotten what everything is.
Are you listening to anything when you're not filming now? Like, what are you a fan of right now?
I don't know. I mean, I guess a lot of my friends are just finishing their albums now, all kind of at the same time. So I've been listening to their stuff quite a lot. But I don't know, I've just started I just bought a couple of new guitars and I've started trying to write things again. But I never have any time, ever. Like, it's kind of driving me crazy.
When I was watching the film last night, it felt like that the majority of your scenes were either kind of running action kind of variety, or you're arguing with Taylor, or you're snuggling with Kristen. Did you have a favorite of those three?
What about the scene snuggling with Taylor? Was that cut? I don't know. I mean, for some reason I felt a lot more comfortable with the action stuff this time. I don't know. Normally I just feel so silly. Like, even in New Moon, I remember starting the fight with Taylor at the end. I just felt like such a moron. And yeah, I think it's the clothes. You always wearing some skinny jeans, like a little blazer and a kind of woolen sweater, and then trying to act like you're tough. Like, you just know it's not going to happen. But
now you have the gear. Now you have the outfit.
Yeah, now I have like little thermal tops and things. Now I wear charcoal,
which equals action star.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with what the fans call the leg hitch scene? Do you know about this? This is like the scene where, I guess, after you show Bella the bed and you kind of are having this kind of intense make-out session, and she, I guess, hitches her leg over your hip in some way.
Is that actually the leg hitch scene? That's the only thing that happens in that scene, just a leg hitch.
Apparently the fans are waiting for the leg hitch scene. Do you think it delivers what that name connotes?
God, I can't even really remember that bit. I remember seeing that scene, though, and thinking, like, God, I don't remember doing that. That's a little bit saucy. It's a little raunchy for a Twilight movie. It's weird. I think I was just so tired after doing... Because I went straight from New Moon, Remember Me, and then doing Eclipse. And it was so exhausting. Like, I couldn't remember half the film when I saw it. I was like, wow. It's really difficult to talk about because I can't remember really what the story is.
Saw you and Taylor, obviously, at Movie Awards. You're doing the buddy film for Les Grossman.
Yeah, I was kind of into that. That was a real flamethrower as well, which they gave me, like, just out of nowhere. I mean, no safety precautions, nothing. It's just like, yeah, have it. Just don't shoot anyone with it. But yeah, I mean, it's weird. I think I've kind of become a little less mal-coordinated in the last couple of years. That I'm doing Water for Elephants now, which is, there's quite a few kind of active bits, and I'm kind of pulling around horses and stuff. And I'm just like, when was I suddenly becoming capable? Because up until this point, I definitely wasn't.
So you mentioned Water for Elephants. You finished Belle Amie. Are you happy with that one? I know that there's a high sexual component to that one. Am I going to see more of Uma naked or you naked in that one, you think?
I think there's a lot of my crack in it. But no, I think there's quite a lot of nudity. But I haven't seen anything yet, and it was a very, like, it's such a strange story. Like, I mean, I think it will turn out being pretty interesting. but I have no idea about any of it yet.